What's up, lockernuts? Okay, today we are at live auctions and we buy one. I'm going to show you that so you can see how this day played out. But I'm not going to show you everything. Some of you guys like it, some of you don't. I'm just going to show you the most interesting lockers on this day so we can move through that as quick as possible. I'll show you what was inside. I'll show you what they sold for. I'll show you what we bought. But also, I'll show you the locker that pretty much most of the guys came out to see because they in advance showed us photos of this one particular locker. Very interesting. Big locker, lots of what appear to be brand new bathtubs. And that's something we don't see very often. So a lot of guys were excited to see, you know, how much that was going to go for, and was there an opportunity there? Yes, I think there was. You guys will see what I'm talking about in just a few minutes, but let me show you the rest of it. Here we go.
Yeah, we know what it is. It was part of a well, the guy had, and we're actually selling one today. It actually has the tubs. Oh, 20 by 30.
So it goes together?
We think that this is hardware for it, so we're gonna look at it and I'm gonna make an announcement. Yeah. 300 here going once. 300 going twice.
Some of my friends just buy the one previous. They got that one, but this one's interesting. So I told you there's a tub unit coming up. This apparently is owned by the same owner, but this one was auctioned off the month before. So I guess the guy who bought it didn't clean out the unit. He left what you see there, but there was more items beforehand which he took, and there's guys talking about that there was brass fixtures, and he probably just cleaned them out and took them to recycling, which is a real shame because they're probably really expensive and they were brand new.
He took all the recycled.
This is what happens sometimes. These auction buyers don't honor their agreements and they don't clean out. They just abandon it and let go of their security deposit. It's a real shame. It kind of makes it harder for the rest of us that actually do the right thing.
Okay, hey guys, here's the reason we opened this back up. The next facility, this guy had a bunch of storage facilities for appliances. When we go to San Leandro, we got a 20 by 30 that's full of brand new bathtubs, the type that have the cloth, that you put the claw feet on. So we were opening to see if this actually had the feet to it. I took pictures of the numbers. I don't know that they match up, but what we'll do is when we go over there to sell that unit, we'll see if any of this stuff matches up. I don't know if there's sinks over there too. I know the tubs are there. And then if any of this matches up, you can have the option of purchasing this one as well. But right now I don't know. Now, unless anybody wants to buy this right now, we can sell it. So if there's an opener for it, shoot it at me. Anybody? I guess not. Okay. We'll okay, what do you guys? Oh man! Wow, the rats. Where is the complete? Yeah, the sticker is gone on the bottom. All the stickers are gone. That's what my yeah.
You know you want it.
No, we can have it. Yeah, we can have it. All this shit.
Looks like you, Muhammad. You like speakers?
No, I bought last time the different things. But that one is good.
These are old.
Okay, $5 over there, about 10. 5 looking for 10. 10, 15. 15 back. Already ran wrong. 10, 15 anywhere. I got 10 here going once. Huh?
JBL over there.
10 going twice. Sold it out. 10. Good luck.
As long as they got water.
running it. The box has been open.
The generator. It's been open.
Look, it's been open. Tape's off.
It's like it's been up. I lifted on it and it's heavy.
Okay, not too much to see in this one. Not very much at all, right? But that box is a generator box. Who knows if the generator's in there, but guys were definitely interested. So this is right about the time that PG&E, our electric utility company, was about to cut our power, right? They're doing rolling blackouts. So generators, hot commodity right now. You'll see what happens.
Yep. 75. 75. 90. 85. You throw 90. 90 bucks there. 100 there. 110. 120. 30. 200. 2.25. 2.5. 275. 250. 75. 300. 275. 275. 275 once. 275 twice. 300. 3.25. 300. Look for a quarter. 300 bucks quarter. 300. Look for a quarter. 300 going once. 300 twice. Sold it out. $300.
All right, you guys, so we are at the auctions today. You just saw some live auction action. I didn't buy anything. I didn't even bid on anything. Nothing was really grabbing me. It was kind of junky, but there were definitely some deals today and a couple that went really high. I don't know what to make of it. I don't think I showed one of them that went for 800 bucks. It was like some garbage bags, Nike boxes, and what got me interested was a Apple laptop box and some iPhone boxes. That looked interesting, but not $800 interesting. In my head, I was thinking $400 interesting. It blew past that in no time. So, yeah, pricey, junky, not my thing, but off to the next one. We'll see what we find.
No, we got plenty.
We got several more.
Y a todos lados le piden números que tiene su, el Apple ID.
Yeah, we're going to look again.
Again, maybe find something.
One more time?
Yeah.
He's not right.
Maybe they don't show what it is inside.
One time is fine.
Yeah.
Not two times.
No está tan sucio, güey.
Pues no se ve. ¿Quién sabe cómo está el hijo de la chingada?
Ya viendo las cajitas.
Ya.
10, 15, 20. I got 15, go 20. Okay. 30, 40, 100. I got 100. How about a quarter? 125, 150. 125 here, 150. 50 over there, 175. $600 and a quarter here. 225. Now 250, 275. 300 bucks. 300 quarters. I got 3, not 325. Come on back. Not 3, 325. I got 3 over here. 325 anywhere. 325, 350. No, they have. Look at me. 325, 350, 375. 375? Yes, $400. 375, give me 4. He says no. 375, 411. 375 once. 375 twice. So 375.
I need another apologetic. 25, y'all.
Well, we'll see. Look at that. Brand new. Brand new.
Brand new.
Pretty quick. Yeah. 40, 50, 60. Yeah. 70. That's because it's new. 670. Make it 80. 70 now, $80. New. I got 70 now, 80. Come on, don't be cheap. 70 now, 80. I got 70 over here. How much?
I'm trying to make profit, Joe. There's no profit. No profit for me at that price.
Are you sure?
Just saying.
But you don't know for sure.
Yeah, I can make $20, but I'm good. Let him have it.
You're gonna raise the baby that's in that stroller?
I got 70 over there. I'm looking for 80. 70 once, 70 twice. He stole it for $70.
All right, guys, here it is. Here's the locker I was talking about with the tubs. Very unusual. These don't come up very often, if ever, before. So, yeah, check it out.
How much those tubs weigh? About 100 pounds each?
More than that. More?
This is
Guys, there's a chance this guy has a big one out front. There's a chance it's going to sell. We don't know how full it is. I heard it is, but one of the big ones, 12 by 32s. Wow.
4 pieces?
so the base.
Base and the leg going either of us.
Oh, yeah.
Where are the legs?
Interesting, isn't it?
It is very interesting.
Well, there goes in.
Honey, you like them?
So what's it called? Birds?
You can get the plumber fellow.
But then again, it takes 2 guys. Men. That's the problem. Let's talk about installing. Bring them in the house. Here's what they look like. Kind of.
Guys, listen up. They're going to give. They would like to get it in 2 weeks, but they said they give another week after that if you need it. And then you could talk to her after that. If it came up to be where you wanted to rent it, they would give 50% off for a month after that. So at wherever you're at the end of 2 weeks, you talk to her about getting another week, and then after that, you would be talking to her about rent. So.
Okay, now you know the deal. How about a start?
Maybe like
$500?
No way. John, what do you think? You're lucky if somebody's buying it.
Okay, you guys.
$100, Joe.
$100?
Yep.
I got $100. Look at me, 150. I got 100. Look at me, 150.
120.
What the?
What are you doing? I don't know. Stop You're standing too close to you. So what are you doing? I'm gonna give you one. Okay.
There's different size tubs. There's different. Short ones, big ones, long ones, three different sizes.
No, only one.
Why you did it for 120?
Only one.
They're gonna give you one?
No,
No, you didn't. You buy everything.
you have the money 130.
You want 124.
I got 100 and I heard 120.
No, that one only for one time.
Oh. Is anybody in there go past Scotty's finger?
No, only Scotty is buying it.
Scotty, you bought it for $100.
All right, Scott. Wow.
All right, guys, can you believe that? $100. $100. There's 125 bathtubs in that unit. The unit is 20 feet wide, 30 feet deep. It appears that everything's brand new. They're on pallets. They're wrapped up, shrink wrapped, strapped, stacked. This is a rarity. We do not see stuff like this that often. Each of those tubs is thousands of dollars. Okay, these are not fiberglass cheap tubs, and they're not light. They are cast iron coated with porcelain, extremely heavy. One of them is extremely heavy. This is not something like, oh, how many guys does it take to carry these out? Do we need a hand truck? No. This is forklifts, flatbed trucks, heavy duty equipment, and lots of manpower, and multiple trips to move all that stuff out to the destination. And where's it going? Who are you selling it to? These are all questions that everyone, you saw them standing around trying to process, trying to think about it. But I think everyone knew in their gut that this is a huge opportunity here. But who's willing to take it? I have to admit, even I was sitting around trying to think, how could I possibly take this on? this is outside my comfort zone. Every time I go outside my comfort zone, I regret it. So I was happy that I didn't go crazy this day. The only guy that was willing to take this on was Scott, and you probably recognize him, Storage Scott. He's got his own YouTube channel as well, and I've seen Scott take some big units before, ones that nobody wanted to take on. This one takes the cake though. This goes beyond anything I'd ever seen before. This was a very interesting locker. I hope you guys like taking a look at it. He did pretty well on that. I'll update you at the end, but for now we're going to go back. 2 days later, I go back to the unit that I bought with the trailer, and we get a load and take another closer look. Let me show you how that went right now. All right, locker nuts. Got this one right here at the auctions. Can we come in? Whoa, I think we can. Okay, so looking in here, forgot how big it was. I think it's 5 by 15. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. Wowza. This one's pretty full. Pretty full. And that's usually a good thing, right? But I already have a partially full trailer. I don't know if I planned this one right. I don't know if there's enough room. But let's look around a little bit. What did I see that I liked? I could swear that I saw a fur in here. There it is, right there. You see that? It's a little fur right there. All right, so I see a fur. I see some fancy hats. I see a lot of purses. See all these purses right here? And you know what that says to me? And there's some kind of decorative pieces over here. That says to me this is a ladies' locker. And you know what ladies like? Come on, ladies, what do you like? You like jewelry, don't you? I hope this lady liked jewelry, because I'm hoping there's something good in here. I don't know. We paid $375 for it, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff. But here's the deal. I've got less than 2 hours to clear this out, and there is no way I'll be able to do this and film. So what's my plan? I don't really know. I don't really know what my plan is. My plan is to get started right this very second. Okay, that pretty much is all the vintage Gamble locker. Putting the stuff on the truck, then pulling out of here. I already made some progress. Okay, we are definitely making some progress. We meaning I. Yeah, here's another cartload to go, but digging in, I see my first piece of furniture. Well, it looks like that's probably a bookcase or something back there. But this is the first nice piece of furniture right here. It looks like some solid wood. Not too bad. Nice little luggage. But I'll tell you, so far, this thing's been a bust. I have not really even been peeking, and I don't know if I need to. Clothes, I don't mind the clothes so much. We sell those or donate them. But this right here, this is the part I'm regretting right here. So many files. So many files. So many files. Like files everywhere. Yeah. So, more files. There's a lot of files. And I'm realizing that I cannot make this all on one trip. So this is going to drastically change my day tomorrow because I have to come back. Boo. All right, so I made my deadline, got out of there before they closed, but I didn't get the whole unit. I made a mistake. I forgot how much stuff was there. Came with a partial load on my trailer. So I had to come back for a second trip. You'll see that later. But for now, we're going to take that load home and start going through it that night and see what we find. And we start finding some pretty interesting stuff even from the beginning. But so far, too much paperwork. Most of those boxes were paperwork. I like boxes. I like buying boxes, but I don't like boxes of paperwork. But we do find some interesting stuff. We'll show you guys that very soon. But just a last mention on that tub unit. So if you think about it, 125 tubs, he paid $100. He paid, think about it this way, 80 cents a bathtub. When you say it like that, it's crazy, right? 80 cents for a brand new cast iron freestanding tub. Man, What a deal. What a deal. And sometimes deals like that are to be had, but you have to figure out how to make it happen, guys. And isn't that just kind of like life, right? It's like where there's a will, there's a way. And Scott made it happen. He sold it. We actually had a contact in the tub business. We were trying to get a hold of him, but Scott made it happen before we were even able to help him with that. And I don't even know if we would have been able to help, but we're going to try. And he made it happen super fast. Now, I haven't talked to Scott directly, but I heard that he sold it for around $3,000. Now, I might be off on that number because it's not firsthand information, but I think that's about what he sold it for. So it's definitely on the low side, but it was a fast turn. So $100 into $3,000, guys, that's a win. That's a win in anyone's book, and he didn't have to do any of the work. So somebody else is clearing that out. That's pretty good. So if you're willing to take on the risk, sometimes, guys, that's where you get the reward. And 100 into 3,000 is, it's a 3,000% ROI. That's what it works out to. I had to double check that on the calculator. I'm pretty sure that's right. Maybe it's not, but I think that's right. 3,000% ROI. It's $3,000. But yeah, when you think about it, I guess it's like a 2,900% ROI. That's incredible. Really, I would love to have that at the end of every one of my videos. Hardly ever works out that good. So good for Scott. That's a pretty good turn, especially when you don't even have to lift any boxes. So good for him. But we're going to go through more of this unit on the next episode. But I hope that you liked what we've seen so far. If you do, hit me that thumbs up, all right? Tell me that you like this sort of thing, taking you along for our adventures at the auctions. And next time we'll start digging in and see what we found in this storage unit. I think you're going to like that, all right? We're going to have to wait for it till next time. And until then, good luck to you. God bless you. We'll see you next time here on Lockernuts. All right, you guys, in the next episode of Lockernuts, we're going to take a look at this case right here that we find in this locker. It is heavy, and it's pretty big, and I'll give you a hint. It's filled with things that are shiny and gold. Does that get you interested?